Hey entrepreneurs, it's AJ and welcome back to Business as Unusual, practical motivation during uncertain times. Today's topic is givers and takers. So earlier in the week, I did a seminar, opening keynote seminar for a career development event. And whenever I do a career development event, I get a whole bunch of students and graduates wanting to connect with me. And look, I connect provided they send a connection message. Because I need that. I need to know context. I'm that freaking busy. Tell me why you connected with me so I can figure out how to serve you. You know, don't make me pull out the crystal ball and visualize and do all that other stuff. So anyway, occasionally there are exceptions to the rule when every week I've got an hour spare that I invest time and energy in helping someone move closer towards their goals, whether it's a business, startup, an entrepreneur, a student, whatever. So, sometimes I'll connect. And so I had a few minutes spare today, so I connected with someone. And it was an interesting exchange. So I always ask people, what inspired you to connect with me? Because that helps me sort of understand, how I can help them. And it also sort of gives me a bit of an indicator that if they don't reply, then they just want me as a number on their Rolodex, right? And that ain't me. It ain't my thing. So he wrote back and the conversation was quite interesting. So he wrote back on, I saw your event earlier this week and I thought, wow, I must connect with this guy. And then he says, you're from Darwin, you can help me find a job. Right. And okay, let's see where this takes us. Right. And then he said a few other things as well. But basically he thought because I was from Darwin, I might know someone that needs a entry level graduate and then I can just connect them up. And look, sorry to say this, but I'm not in that business. I'm not in that world. Right. I know a few companies and I got a lot of contacts. But again, it's just, how he showed up was someone who was taking, not giving, right? And so, look, I thought, let's see where this takes us. So I entered into a conversation with him a bit further and I said, all right, cool. Getting a job's really hard these days for everyone. How are you demonstrating your value? And he said, well, look, I've got all these academic qualifications and he's got incredibly crazy qualifications in technology, certifications, all of that. And I said, okay. But how are you demonstrating value? And he goes, well, I've been to, I can't even get interviews. No one's going to interview me. And the way he's phrasing everything, I can hear his frustration. And I know it's so hard when you're trying to get a job, and you get all this rejection, far out. It's insane, right? But the thing is, if you can't see things from the other person's point of view, things are never going to change for you, right? I mean, this is why becoming valuable and understanding what value is, it accelerates your career, because you don't go building, you don't go into an organization expecting to take, right? So if you're looking for a job, you have to demonstrate, well, how valuable are you? And if you're a student, you're competing with everyone else with the same level of knowledge, right? How do you stand out from the crowd? So again, and he just wasn't getting the message. So finally I had to head off and I wrote him, a big long reply and I said, hey man, look, here's the situation, right? The reason why you're not getting employed is because you're not demonstrating value. For example, you connected with me and expected me to hook you up in a job, not support my work. You're going to all these organizations and saying, hey, give me employment, without saying, well, what are you looking for? What can I help you with, right? You're not adding value to them. And you need to shift your mindset. If you're really going to get ahead, you really need to shift your mindset from being a taker to a giver. So what does that mean? There's this book that I read a few years ago called Givers and Takers by Adam Grant. I'll link to it in the comments below. And it's a really interesting book because Adam, he's got some interesting books on behavioral psychology out there, organizational behavior, really interesting stuff. So this book, Givers and Takers, it explores a fundamental thing. Who gets ahead? Givers, those who just give everything wholeheartedly and not expect anything in return, or takers that just take, right? And the study was really interesting. And the answer is, who gets ahead? The takers, right? They take all the opportunity by any means they can. And, they screw people over and they're the ones that actually get ahead in their career in the short term. The givers play the long game. And it's interesting because the takers, they burn all their bridges and they might get ahead in the short term, but in the end, it all comes out in the wash. And so It's interesting how that works. So go check out that book, Givers and Takers, and my friend watching this, let me finish that story. So I wrote back to him and I said all this stuff, and I said goodbye, and that was it. I've done my bit and whatever. And he wrote back saying, hey, thank you so much. I didn't realize that's what I was doing. I was so incredibly selfish. And and he said he's going to change his mindset. And I said, great. And so I'm filming this video for him and everyone else out there in the same position as him. And if you can just work out how to be valuable to others, go meet up with your organizations. Don't ask them for a job. Get a coffee with them and find out what their challenges are. What do they look for in their people? Just build the damn relationships and beautiful things will happen. Now, I also want to promote another student who is incredible, and he is a great example of a giver. And I heard his story last night on Territory Story podcast, and his name's Nilesh Dilushan. My God, this guy is iconic, right? He is iconic. And when you hear his story, far out, I am so incredibly blessed that he and I are connected and he sees something of value in me. Wow, that is incredible. So look, if you really want to see how it's done, how to become valuable in your career, connect with Nilesh Dilushan. I'll tag him in the comments below as well. Go connect with him, follow him, and don't take from him. Just give to him, support him, because he's going places, and he's one of those people that give, but he focuses on everyone around him. The rising tide lifts all boats. He is a rising tide. So go connect with him and support his work. All right, entrepreneurs, that's me done. Go check out the book. Go check out Nilushan and just Nilesh. I'm so sorry, I've got his name wrong. I'm that freaking tired. It's been a long week. All right, take care, entrepreneurs. I'm going to sign off and go sleepy time. All right, whatever happens in business and in life, my name's AJ Kulatunga. Thanks for watching this video. And just go make a difference in the universe and change the world. Peace out.